Couple of things. I think it's about time this 08 shunter had a bit of a showing up video. And secondly, let's see if we're going to get to see in this shed finally, because I took the mickey a bit last week, didn't I? Welcome back to Liberty Junction with Double O Dave. I've had another crackers week at work. It's been another overtime week. We're flat out busy, flat out, no time off. So, yeah, here we are. First things first, big shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you for hitting that button. And an even bigger shout out to my old subscribers. You're the folks keeping this all going, getting involved with the banter, getting involved with the comments, thumbs ups, etc., and sharing it about. So appreciate that a million. If I knew how to make that clicky thing in the bottom corner, click and subscribe, I would do, but that's just a picture, so don't click that thinking that's subscribing. That's just me pretending, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know if it's because I've been working so much and I'm tired, or if it's a problem with YouTube at the minute, but I keep looking at people's comments, what I believe I've replied to, and there's no reply there. So then I'm replying what I've already thought I've replied, and it's blown my mind, to be fair. I read each and every single comment that anyone makes. I read it no matter what, and I genuinely try to reply to as many as I can. This week's been a bit manic and I just haven't had a chance. So this afternoon I've just been doing a bit of catching up, replying to folk and stuff, but chances are I'll not get through all that, because I've done some crazy business today and last night. How's this for blowing your mind? So what I've done is I've decided not to just record one video, because why record one when you can record two? So I thought I'll do two at once, and then I'm not in loft when I can be downstairs, because I've got weekend with family this weekend. So it's Friday night now, so I'm cracking on while Missus is at work, Libby's now in bed. So I've done 3 videos. This is the first one that I recorded. It ended up being that long. It's nearly half an hour long, and I thought there's no way I'm putting that out. It'll just be a waste of time. So I'm going to split it into 2. That's part 1 of the madness. So I recorded this last night, then this morning I've been up and I've recorded another video. And then, early this afternoon, I've done a voiceover for video number 3, before I've done the voiceover for this one. And that might not mean much to you, but there's things that happen in this video that haven't happened in video 3, that I've got to try and avoid talking about, and it's just been like watching Back to the Future. Court orders come through for these 3 lads, and you ain't going to believe it. First one, fair enough, they're not allowed out at night. £12.26 compensation to be paid to me though, and then 50 hours unpaid work to be done at Liberty Junction. Oh great, the only good thing, security team are in charge of them. So security man started off with a blinder. He's running like a boot camp for him. 1,000 press-ups. 1,000 press-ups, lads, enjoy your new arms. Look at him, red tracksuit's done for already, he's fallen over. Mint trainers boys doing alright though. You've got to admire that painting. Anyway, jumping back to what I was on about. I've done audio for video number 3, and now I'm doing audio for video number 1, and I've done about 70-hour week at work. So yeah, it's been a rate mission challenge, and that's kind of the reason I put that other video out, you know, one with my old videos on, because I've just not possibly had time to get into loft. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks. They've bricked door up and they've put some kind of metal shuttering in on big door for shed. So I know you had hopes and dreams that you were going to look in there today, but that's not looking likely, is it? I've obviously not had a chance to prep anything there, so I've just done easy route and bricked it up. I'll be honest, it's absolutely bang out of order that I've done that. So a couple of things that this little shunter video's taught me. One is, I mentioned it in one of my other videos, on one of my double slips, which is the one round near the station, a load of pads have fallen off seat point motor, so wires are basically just not connected anymore, and one of them's the frog. And this now struggles, it won't go over that with sound on, it certainly won't, and it struggles with sound off if I run it at a slow speed, even though it's got to stay alive. So yeah, I'm going to have to sort that. I plan on changing point motor anyway to a Cobalt Digital, so I'm not going to rush into fixing any wiring, because I just can't be bothered. And then the second thing is The KD on this, it needs adjusting. I can't remember if I adjusted this one or if I adjusted them on the in fact it were wagons. This needs an adjustment because every now and again it were catching and it was stopping loco. I still need to buy some more KDs. I need at least another couple of packs just so I can connect it to some of my other wagons. So that's on my to-do list now. I've finally been paid today. And I also need to replace these hunt couplings. Believe it or not, I saw a thing on a website today and people were singing the praises, and I just don't know what I'm doing wrong, because they must be getting really lucky, because I just don't see how you can, but I've done that topic to death. But what I'm wondering is, has anyone used the Hornby ones, and has anyone used the Accurascale ones? If so, if you've used them both, which do you prefer and why? Are the Hornby ones, are the magnets strong enough in them? Will they pull a decent rake of, say, 15 coaches, or not coaches, even wagons? So if you could answer that for us on comments, that'd be brilliant. Because last thing I want to do is spend another £40 or £50 on a load of magnetic grief that don't work properly. So yeah, I got fully carried away with this video, because I thought when I'd finished it, I thought this was going to be about a 15-minute, and when I looked at it, well over half an hour, well over. It was 45 minutes actually, until I cut all bits and bobs of nonsense out that had gone wrong. So yeah, it really did go over, and it's split into two parts, and I've got to say, part two, that some of the shots in part two are absolutely on another level. I've got away with some right tricks on that, and I don't know how. Just some. It's mainly luck what I get. It's no more than that. It's very little skill. It's just I'm very, very lucky with it. I think I'm going to do a video at one point of all lucky little things I've had. I've shown you that one under my viaduct onto where river goes into background, and that's just. It's as though it's come out of a professional magazine, that how lucky I got with that, and it were pure luck. It were nothing more than pure luck. But I've got another few areas where I've had similar things, so I'll do a little video. It'll only be about a 6 to 7 minute one. But yeah, when I ain't got any time to do a decent length one, I'll do that. So I didn't know whether to with this one. I didn't know whether to bring this 08 from depot and bring it round a bit like I do, and then it gives me a chance to do a little bit of chit chat, or if I should have just started off doing note but shunting. But bear in mind, I've only got a couple of KDs and a couple of sets of wagons, because I still haven't got enough, because they're about £1 million a set. I can't do all that, because like I say, I am quite beginner, aren't I, still? So yeah, and I tried to keep it as real as I could here. So I were really shunting, I were really connecting, and I were really disconnecting up magnets, and I were trying to get it all in. So some of the shots are quite long and quite far away, but it's just to show that it's all working nicely. And there were a couple of them where I've had to be a bit cheeky with editing, because like I say, it did get stuck. But I'm fully confident once I can be bothered to adjust that KD coupling, it'll be perfect and it won't have these issues. Which is, again, it's cutting out on that stay alive round, even with a stay alive round corner, but it doesn't cut out on any of this. So I know the stay alive's good enough. It'll run over any point at a really, really low speed. I'm talking speed setting 2. The longer stuff it might struggle, but it generally doesn't, to be fair. It really, really doesn't. It's decent. And as well as all that, even though I put that track cleaning video out of the week, I've still got issues now and again with a bit of weathering powder that I caked all over my lines. So this section again, it's fine, because I've sprayed it all down with airspray and whatnot, and sealed it all in, and then cleaned it up afterwards. So that's fine now. But the areas where it still looks decent brown, because the airspray basically takes all the colour out. So that's why I've not gone around it all, because I do like the brown. So I'm probably either going to have to seal it and then paint it, or what, I don't know. But it's not a job for it. It's a job for end of year, I think. I don't even think I can be bothered doing it anytime soon. And that's another reason for doing these couple of videos, so I can spread them out a bit, and then I can go and get some of that chinchilla sand that we're on about, and I can finally get some of that upper section ballasted, because I've still not done that yet. There's quite a lot I haven't done. But the problem is I'm doing that much overtime at work, so I can pay for this holiday without it using my wages. That's my plan, and that's the mission I'm on, and it's absolutely destroying me mentally and physically. But in the meantime, if I've got some money left at end, I'll be able to buy some rake goodies, won't I? And nobody needs to know. So there's one more wagon in there next to that freshly bricked up doorway. I think even cement's still wet on that, looking at it. And then, yeah, we're going to take them round, and we're going to pull them back round near the depot, because why not? But we're not going to use 08 to do that. and this is going to be on video number 2 because it took that long. We're going to use Cavalax, and then we're going to talk about some of the issues with the Cavalax, because there are some that are cropping up a few weeks in, and I'm not scared to say it, even if people hate me. Right, pal, now you've got them connected up, just take them up line a bit and then disconnect and get you sent out that way, and then we'll get them took around to coach washing area where we're going to give them another wash, because I'm not quite sure they're clean enough, even though they're brand new. Oh, just on a bit of a side note, while I remember, and I can't remember who commented this one, so I apologise, you're going to have to remind me. I can't even find your comment because I can't remember which video you did it on. I had some paperwork through the other day to basically to the junction office, and yeah, you were right. Just to clarify to everyone, when I said that security man flew in Nam in helicopters, it weren't Vietnam, or it was Cheltenham, and it weren't just Cheltenham, any old Cheltenham. It were only Cheltenham radio controlled model helicopter club, so he didn't even fly real helicopters. It's caused me some rate grief, to be honest. I've got summonses and all sorts through letterbox, so he's got a day in court for flying without a licence, and they're getting health and safety executive round onto my layout, so I've got some right clearing up to do, because I'm going to get some right grief off them. It weren't as if I wouldn't have bought a pilot for that day, because it were only like a 5-minute flight, wasn't it, just to get some views. And yeah, hey ho, now I'm in a world of pain. I tell you what, on a side note, it's funny this YouTube game, isn't it? Because I think that video was my Rocky 4 video. It was absolutely, I love it. I really love it. I think it's crackers and crazy, but I love it. And I thought it'd have been up there, but it's a mediocre one, isn't it? It's not even done that well. And then I do a crisp tube video, and it's like got me 1 billion times more views and about 1,000 subscribers more. All exaggerated, but yeah, it's done much better. But I don't care, you see, because it tickles me, and I've watched it back a couple of times, because I watch them back to make sure there's no glitches or errors or sound issues, because first time I uploaded it I didn't realise, but I'd set the volume to 1,000%, so I reckon it'd have blown a few people's speakers if it had gone live. It'd be alright having health and safety executive on my case, but I'd have Samsung on my case and LG for blowing a load of £5,000 TVs up. I don't think so. So yeah, this shot, believe it or not, I'm riding up to Magnet now, Little Magnet Road. It might not even be Magnet Road, and I'm stopping. Magnet's just there, and look at that, it goes out of shot, and I didn't even notice, because at this point I'm watching train, I'm not watching camera, so I don't miss the cut-off point. So there it goes, it shunts it backwards, and it disconnects beautifully, and I mean beautifully. Then it rides away, and then I realise none of that's on camera, so I bring it back, and then I've got to kind of just reverse it off, which is, I could tell you out, couldn't I? It could have completely failed, but you're going to just have to take my word for it, because I'm honest enough with some other garbage that happens, aren't I? Right, he's going to get out of the way now, and then we'll get Cavalax round. I'll tell you what, just on a side note, this little bit here, this little double point section here, I added that last minute on my plan. I weren't going to do that. I was just going to have them as straight lines, and I am so glad I added that. I wish I'd have added a couple more somewhere else, but I'll be honest, at the time I was being a bit tight, because I'd already done about 400 quid on this little addition, and it all adds up, doesn't it? And when you've got bills and holidays and stuff like that. But yeah, I really do. I like it a lot. And another thing I like is that 3-way point that it's going to go down to. And I'd read online that there were no but trouble. Even Chadwick, even he was saying, no, avoid them, don't get them, blah, blah, blah. Loads of people were saying it. No wrong with it at all. I've never had it fail. I've never had any issue. And as long as you follow instruction, why I suppose if you're not confident with it, you could get it wrong and it could cause all kinds of shorting. But as long as you follow instructions on box, you can't get it wrong. And it's absolutely superb. I've took springs out of it, and I've put them Cobalt digitals on it, and it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I recommend them to anyone. I wish I had about 6 on layout, but the best part of £50 each, aren't they? So let's face it, I ain't going to do that. That's a nice little shot as well, isn't it? This is where, like I say, he's parking up, and then shots really start coming into their own. And to be honest, like I say, I planned it as one video, but now it's kind of made first half of video look a little bit average camera views, and then second half, like I say, there's some lovely views coming up. So there he goes, look smooth as you like over at 3-way point, no issues at all. The only thing with them Cobalt Digitals, I wish they were a bit quieter. I mean, they don't do that big loud clicky poppy sound like the other things do, them seeps, but they've not chose the quietest motors. But if the lifetime guarantee, so I suppose they've got to have a decent motor in them to have a lifetime guarantee. End of part 1. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, Libby watches a channel on YouTube, and it's basically called Is It Real Cake, and they're cutting trainers in half, and sometimes the cake and sometimes the trainers. It's crackers crazy, but you might like that. Give it a go.